1 second. Is it working now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Just wait 1 second. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah. Is it working now? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay. That's fantastic. You guys got it? Can you hear me? Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah, there's a little delay. It's okay. All right. Hello. I'm so sorry about that. For whatever reason, my computer shuts down the microphone, but we've got so many people here. I'm so excited. Gotcha. Yep. Yay. Good morning. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you all. Look at everybody. So we're going to look at the charts today. Woohoo. And I'm going to do some cold readings too. But the first thing I want to say, and this is today's chart, and I hope you guys all have your gorgeous natal chart. And if you don't, you can go to shopsoulnavigation.com and you can also buy my television pilot, Murder Signs. If each one of you did that, I could get this television show launched. But I still need 500 people to purchase it. It's only $2.99. It's in my shop. It's in my storefront. If you guys would purchase it, I think you'd love it, because if we can get this one done, then the next one I'm doing is Scott Peterson, and the one after that is Casey Anthony. So it's only $2.99. It's at Shop Soul Navigation right here. You guys can find it right here, Shop Soul Navigation. Buy a gorgeous natal chart if you don't already have one. Or you can also, have you guys been watching my Progressed series? You can also get your Progressed package or your Advanced Astro Gold package, and that gives you 2 phenomenal reports and your Progressed chart. Stacy has hers in her hand. And where can I get that Virgo mug? Do you know this is real china? Let me just show it to you. You're so cute. It's real china, and it's made by an artist named Dunoon, Dunoon, and you can find him on the internet. They used to be really expensive, and now they're a little bit cheaper. And I bought the whole set. I didn't ever want to use it. I actually got the set for a gift, like, I don't know, 15 years ago. And I didn't want to use it because it's China. They're very fragile. So I never used them. So I went out a couple years ago and I bought myself a second set in case I used one and I broke one. I wouldn't ruin the whole set. Now I don't even care. I've lost some. Now I'm like, China and your finery, when you're 58 or whenever, you guys, it's there to be used. You're not taking that to heaven. So yeah, you can find the whole set. They're like $35 a glass, but they're worth it. And they're actually gilded in gold. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that with my lip gloss? But look, there's actual gold in there. I don't know if it's 24 karat or gold leaf or whatever. The water bearer, Armando's in the house. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Pisces 561. So many people are here. Okay, so I want to go back to the chart. Also, you guys, today is Happy New Moon in Leo. Are you going to do your new moon ritual? Please tell me you are. I have lots of things that I want to manifest. And let's show the chart for today. And I also want to ask you, how are you doing with the transits? Wow. Does it feel like every time we've got big Gemini energy, we just go into a roller coaster? I don't know how Geminis live like that. But look at Venus is at 29 degrees Leo today. So that's kind of preparing me that there can be a little bit of disappointment. And Mercury, I believe, is going into retrograde tomorrow. Good. You guys started the ritual on the shop. I don't know what Stacy's asking. I'm doing mine. I just joined to be a super supporter. Oh, thank you, Archer. Gemini sun and Aquarius moon. Yeah. That's a lot of energy. Look at you guys. Do you feel this Mars conjunct Jupiter in Gemini in the 9th? It's telling you to travel, to reframe your belief system, to learn new things, to do more, be positive, be optimistic. And it is also making you extraordinarily busy. And then with Mercury in retrograde starting tomorrow, that's going to be really, really, I think a little bit of a crazy Mercury in retrograde. Hold on. I want to see how I can pull my chart up here. Let's look at this together real quick. So can you guys still see this? I hope you can. So I've got 3 different screens here, so I'm looking in different places. So Venus at 0 degrees Virgo tomorrow is a little bit of better news, but then we have our Mercury in retrograde. So it's kind of a catch-22. I don't know if I really love the 29th degree of Leo. I might take the Mercury in retrograde with Venus at 0 degrees, still in a new moon aspect tomorrow over today. Can you guys all see this? Yeah. I'm wondering if I put this over here, if you can still see it. I think you might be able to. Okay. So, Joanna's going in for a small surgical procedure. I would say at least it's small. And we just have to work with our Mercury in retrogrades. You know, I'm in the same predicament, kind of. And we have to work with our Mercury in retrogrades the best we can. Hey, at least it's in Virgo. It's not in Pisces. It's not Pisces. It's not Mercury in Pisces in retrograde. Sunshine and beauty. No, it's not automatically on the list because I didn't know who was going to show up. And so I just wanted to do people who are actually here. But if you have a little badge next to your name, you're a member and you could get chosen. And by the way, thank you all of you wonderful super supporters. Oh my God, you guys, I can't even believe I didn't start this way. I have to show you something. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Forgive me in my Sunday outfit. I have to show you this. I'm in my Crocs and all. Woo! Look at this. Can you guys believe it? You helped me get this. And it says for passing, hold on. I'm so excited. Look how giant this is. This is so big. I thought they were going to give me a little thing. Yeah. Woohoo. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so excited. It's so stinking sweet. Wow, we need the confetti. I know. It's really, really fun. Yeah, oh my God, finally, right? Now I'm not asking anymore. If you want to sign up and be a subscriber, great. Yay, join this community and have fun. Please don't unsubscribe. That's what I'm going to start saying. Please don't unsubscribe. But now I really want to build up my membership community because I'm going to do really special things with you all. And also, if you're a superstar, super supporter, and you didn't go to the Playful Progressions party, just write to Lydia at teamsoulnavigation@gmail.com and tell her you're a superstar. And we're giving our superstars the Playful Progressions party for free. And if you're a super supporter, you get it for $4.99. But hopefully you guys all came. I'm going to do another party. From Albania. What the heck? That's fantastic. Thank you for being here. Yes, I'm so glad you guys are here. Archer Alchemy, she's already setting my next goal, 200,000. I don't know if I'm capable. I'm feeling like really, like that's very daunting. I think my next goal is to teach more live, like in person, because I really love doing that. And I hope you guys are considering coming to Barcelona, or you're coming to Barcelona, because that's where like the in-person and getting to meet you face to face and just like hold your little face in my astrology hands, right? And have fun and have a blast and have, really transformational moments together. That's really where my heart soars. So I really want to do that. And we're going to have Seattle again on the third week in May in 2025. And we're going to do Barcelona this October. If you guys want to go check it all out, just go to shopsoulnavigation.com. You can find it there. But so you love the progressed report? Oh, good. Oh, good. It's so wonderful to see you all here. So, no, Karen's Corner. I'm a new member, but I didn't enter my chart info. Is that only for super supporters? No, you can send us your birth information just if you want to put it on the list for parties and such, but I'm not drawing from that today. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you just briefly about this new moon. This is tomorrow's chart, actually. So let's move it back to today. And this is happening right now. So right now we're starting out with Virgo rising. And let's read some charts. I wish you could go to Barcelona too. I still have some tickets left. So we're going to do a sunset cruise and happy hour and tapas on the rooftop. We're going to go to the flamenco show. We're going to learn incredible astrology. The curriculum is out of this world. By the way, if you guys couldn't go to Seattle, we got all the videos of the workshops up. So the 3 workshops are the deacons learning about every single degree in the zodiac holds a significant meaning, every single degree. And there's 360 degrees. And, what degree you're at also matches a tarot card, and it also carries a deep meaning. And so it's called Understanding the Power of the Deacons. And then I also have a second workshop in there, and it's Chiron. And it's a really, really deep workshop. Chiron is super deep. So you could buy that also. They're all available individually, or you can save money and buy the entire 3-day Seattle workshop. It's Seattle 2024. And if you attended the workshop, you get these for free. Hopefully you already got them from Lydia. Check your spam because we sent them out last week. And my editor, Conowin, she just completed editing them, and they're really fantastic. And then the third one is understanding sexuality in your own chart. So what creates sexual attraction, love, and intimacy? And so those 3 classes are in the shop at shopsoulnavigation.com. Okay, so who would like their chart read that is a member, a super supporter, or a superstar super supporter? And hold on one second. I need to be able to write down. Okay, and I'll pull your chart up and ask me a question, or I can just tell you what makes me go, oh my God, when I look at your chart? I usually have at least one, oh my God. Okay, Zane. Zane, am I saying is that Zane? Ashraf. Okay, they said me. Okay, so Zane, I'm choosing you. So try not to blow up my chat too much because I don't have a moderator. So you have to type in your information and type it in all as one chat so I have it. And that would be your birthday, yep, your time of birth, and your place of birth. So if you guys want to just put in your details, I can maybe screenshot it from my phone and then I'll grab some. Okay, so we're waiting for Zane to do this, but if you also, whoever I'm talking to, want to put your information in, if I can screenshot it fast enough, if the chat goes slow enough, there's Zane. Okay, and did you give me a time? Yeah, okay. Where in Denmark? Where in Denmark? Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. You guys do not need to pay me. If you want to just pay me to say thank you, that's awesome. But please don't pay me to read your chart because then I feel really bad. I feel like taking your money. I feel so guilty, right? If I can't get to you. Just because I love the tips, believe me. My wine fund it's dried up. I don't have any money. Instead of coffee, I like to buy my wine. Oh my God, you guys are so sweet. Okay, hold on. I couldn't even find Zane. Oh, he says, oh God, how do I spell that? Hold on, it's going so fast. I got it. H. And I'm assuming, Zane, you refer to yourself as a man. I don't know. So please correct me. I really don't want to be wrong. Born in 2004. Are you serious? 10, 9. You're young. You're a little. I love it. Do you know I love young people learning astrology? So many of yeah, I'm a man. And you're young. You're 20. You're going to be 20. You're 19. Zane, you're 19. How cute is that? So if you got chosen for me to read your chart, it's for a reason. So hold on one second. Let me just do this and put him in here. He says, yeah, he's 19. What the heck? And Zane, I want to know what got you over here, and you're paying to be a super supporter. How cute. $2.99 a month. So you really love learning astrology and you're 19. Are you at university? Can you just tell the group a little bit about us? And I also want to know, like, did your mom get you into astrology? Did you start with tarot? How did you get here as a 19-year-old young man from Denmark? I'm so tickled. I love this. And are you coming to Barcelona? You would love it. It's just around the corner. And what do you study? I love astrology. I'm in school. What are you studying? I'm in school. I love doing things that are weird and unconventional. Is this weird and unconventional? Is this weird and unconventional? Do you know how normal this is for me? I'm not joking. So, you guys, I got to tell you this story. Here's Zane's chart. Tell me if I got it right, Zane. October 9th, 2004. And did you tell me? Oh, I think the time is wrong on that. I have to tell you guys something. I think you said 023. I think you did, didn't you? 023. Okay, you guys, don't send me your birth info right now because I'm not able to screenshot. I think you said 023. I can't remember. There. I'm going in a special school, so like math. Okay, I think I got it right now. 12:23 a.m. I'm a 4-degree Leo rising. Okay, well, today it says 2 degrees, but it's okay. It's not that much of a difference. And if you are using like a free astrology software program or something, it could change your rising sign a little bit. Oh, King Sigma. Thank you. What a sweetheart you are. Upgraded to superstar. Really appreciate it. So let me just say for all the members, are you guys watching the behind the scenes videos? Do you have the playlist? Do you know how to get them? And you can look for super supporter playlist on my members only. You can do members only playlist. Okay, don't send me your don't send me your birth info right at this moment because I can't read the birth. I can't screenshot because I got to read the chart. So you'll have to send it again. Zane wants to know what is up with his health. Okay, well, the first thing I want to tell you is, oh my God, well, today is your dynamite day. Did you already know that? Zane, because you have a Leo moon, and today it's a Leo new moon. You are only going to get that for 2 days out of the entire year. And today is his dynamite day. I call it his dynamite day. I got this methodology from Jan Spiller. By the way, I always, always, always believe in crediting who you heard your astrological lesson from. So if I gave you something, please credit me. And if you learned something from, like I learned all about the anaretic degree, the 29th degree from Frank Clifford. I love saying that. I learned about Neptune from Maurice Fernandez. I love saying that. I learned evolutionary astrology from Stephen Forrest. And so I learned about the new moon, the most powerful day of the year for each of you, through a methodology from the wonderful and fabulous now angel in the sky, Jan Spiller. She's also the one that I tout her book, Astrology for the Soul. And she wrote pretty much the Bible on the nodes. So she's an evolutionary astrologer, brilliant woman. And he says he already knew that he already knew because he had done his return. Yes, Karen's Corner. This is why I think he got his chart picked today. And so with the transits happening right now in your chart, it's a very powerful day for you. So we're going to do, we're going to put this together in a bi-wheel and we're going to do the natal to transit. So this is not my gorgeous natal chart. This is just on my computer. But if you buy a bi-wheel, it will be fabulously gorgeous. So isn't this interesting right here? Hold on. You've got, okay, so I want to tell you, you do need to be a little bit concerned about your health. You've got two hard things. Now, you know the difference between a benefic planet and a malefic planet, right? I'm assuming you do. The hard planets and the easy planets. And Mars is a malefic planet. It is the god of war, and it's in your 4th house. And the south node is right on your Mars. So that is lethargy and low energy for some reason. And it just crossed your sun and your Mercury. So when the south node crosses your soul, crosses your life force energy, you can feel a little bit more, you can actually catch an illness, catch a cold more easily. And then you do have Pluto finishing up its transit in the 6th house of your health. Pluto's there for me too, so I know I need to take good care. But the fact that you've got the sun on your moon, and that's only going to be for a couple days, and you've got the moon on your moon, this is a time of great strength and vitality. So let's see. I mean, I want to say this Pluto moving into your 7th house will be both kind of hard and it will be kind of a relief, because I think your health will start to feel better, new and improved health, once your Pluto moves into your 7th house. Then your relationships are all going to start to transform. Look at this. Right this minute in time, the vertex is hitting your south node. So this is a blessing for you. You're studying math. Is that your passion? I'm just curious. You'd be really good with people, and you would be good if you were studying math, like even doing like interpersonal math. For example, I don't know if you're doing financial planning or if you get to build relationships with your math skills. But when I look at this chart, do I go, oh my God, this is a genius mathematician, you need to go into math? No. No, I don't say that. There's actually something quite creative with you. Yeah, I love math. Okay, cool. And it might be also because you've got that Venus and Virgo, because Venus and Virgo can love math. That's fantastic. But you're also a real relationship person, people person, and you probably have fantastic social skills. So you're not just a math nerd supposed to be sitting in the back office doing audits and financial reports, So what do you want to do with your math career? Do you want to teach? You'd probably also be a good teacher because that Leo rising has a sparkle to you. Yes, astrology is math, and it's very precise math. I know. I'm sitting here doing math right now. So that's very true, Melissa, and offers the ability to work with people. Yes, it's true. And I'm not fantastic at the math, but I'm good. I'm good enough. I'd probably give myself a B, but at the synastry, I should say at the synthesizing the math into a story is where I think I excel. Yeah, I know. I want to inspire. You are born to inspire people. You really are. And at 15 years old, your life got a little deeper. So your chart progressed. I'll show you guys. So we'll just progress his chart and hopefully it won't crash. Sometimes it crashes. Oh, let me do it this way. At 15 years old, your Libra sun progressed into Scorpio approximately. And so I'm wondering, how did your life change? How did it get deeper? So I'm going to change the date here. You can't see me. Let me see if I can make myself smaller. Yeah. Okay. So now you can see my screen. So let's go back 15 years. And you guys, I want you to watch this right here. Actually, it was 5 years ago. So I want you to watch this. So I'm going to go back about 5 years. Okay. You ready to watch the screen? So here is his progressed Scorpio. And it happened about 5 years ago and he's 18. So right there. So what happened other than COVID, in around 2019 for you? He came out as gay. Oh my God. Hold on. Yeah, I know. I want to inspire. I feel like I'm bad in relationships with other men. I came out as gay. Yeah. And now your life got deep and it got really, really real. And I want to just say one thing to you, because you're 5 years into your progressed Scorpio sun and you're born a Libra, and it already crossed over. So you guys watch this magic. This is magic. Okay. You ready? So here he is around 2019. And it was a little bit earlier than this because that's at 40 minutes, but we're not going to get that specific. Now, at 2 degrees, when his progressed sun hits 2 degrees, it's going to sit on his south node. And that is really when bingo hit in his life. And it probably got deep and dark and maybe even ugly, just because Scorpio is not usually pretty. It's deep, it's intense. And so right here, around 2021, late 2021, can you remember what happened? Because now the sun is on your south node, and you don't have to tell the world, but you can just confirm. He says, yeah, it got deep. And that's a big event for Zane. It really is. And congratulations. And I'm glad that you had courage as a very young person to come out. I say courage because I think the world is cruel. If you were my son, you wouldn't need any courage at all. I don't care. But I know a lot of people do, and I think it's still in some ways kind of hard. Yeah, because my dad does not like me being gay. Exactly. Yeah. So, you're on your own path. You chose your own life. You're ruled by that planet Venus. So your Libra in your chart, which is your sun, I'll point to it. Okay, you guys, it's you can't see my cursor. Can you guys even see my cursor? I don't think you can. Shoot. I'm over here pointing with the cursor and I don't think you guys can see. So he has in the 4th house, in that hot pink house at the bottom, he has his Sun, his Mars, his Jupiter, and his Mercury all in Libra, which is ruled by Venus. And so you're a very Venetian man, right? Venetian is the goddess of love. And so getting your love right and living authentically in your love, and then being a Leo rising with your moon right here on your heart, leading with love and nurturing self, is your big lessons in life. So yes, do math, but do math in a way that does inspire yourself and others, because you're born to be an inspiration. And probably by being unique and different, you will do just that. But this Venus at 6 degrees Virgo is ruling all of that Libra. So that's part of the math, but it's also developing your self-confidence. So even if your dad disapproves, he still, I know, loves you. And I want to say, walking in your authentic shoes, walking with your authentic soul and knowing what it is a big, important life lesson for Leo rising. He says, maybe I don't really care about math. Your dad is very religious. Okay. Well, you can, respect your dad like you would want him to respect you, even if you don't believe in what he's doing, right? And so you might be his teacher. So I can get my North Node with Venus in the 2nd house. What does that mean? By transit? Maybe I don't really care about math. That's so cute. After this reading. Yeah, I think math is a tool for you. A tool. And if you're good at it, go for it and be great at it. Inspire others. You could do astrology using your math skills, Zane. You seem to know it very well already. Yeah, for 19 years old. And don't you love this community? So supportive, giving Zane all this support. Your North Node is in the 10th house. You're born for greatness. I'm just going to tell you, you're born to do something really great, stand on a stage and show up. And I don't want you to hide yourself like at all in any way, shape, or form. getting Taurus right in life. Yeah. So staying peaceful. And I will tell you, Taurus is usually a good money manager. And, but doing Venetian things, your whole chart is so Venus. And so you must be very attractive. You must be handsome or pretty or beautiful in some way. And you might even like fashion or, I don't know, being beautiful, being attractive, because that Taurus North Node is also ruled by Venus. And then all your Libras ruled by Venus. And then you have Venus prominent in Venus's own house. So you have your Venus in the second house, which is Taurus's house. Naturally, you have it in Virgo, and that gives you more exalted Venus. So now we all want to know, are you walking the runway? Aw, Kaylin, Zane, we love you. Yes, don't ever hide. The world needs you. That's so sweet. Okay, now I'm going to do another person. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this one. Yams Glam TV. What is that name? Yams Glam TV. And she has a little heart. 6/2/1980. Okay, let me pull this off. And you guys talk in the chat while I pull her up. Is she still here? Yams Glam? I hope she's still here. Let's see if she's here. Zane says, thanks for the reading. I wish I don't find myself so beautiful, but it's okay. Oh, it was such a pleasure doing a reading for you, Zane. Now we need a picture of Zane. That's so cute. Yeah, I hope we get to meet and keep studying astrology. You're really good at it. It really can change your life. Oh, it's her hashtag for her beauty business, Yams Glam. That's so cute. She's still here. Okay, that's adorable. Okay, well, I'll ask for your birthdays in a minute, but don't send now because I can't screenshot them. And I don't have a monitor today. I let my monitor sleep in. Wasn't that nice? So, I have to tell you guys this cute story. I don't know if I can multitask, but I want to tell you this really cute story. So you guys all know that I rode in the ambulance yesterday with my dad to transport him to a new facility. And it's just so heartbreaking. And that's not the part I really wanted to talk about. But the guy, hold on, New Orleans. Is she from New Orleans, Louisiana? Hold on. Here she is. Yams Glam. And I'm assuming, and I probably shouldn't, but do you refer to yourself as a female, as a woman? I'm thinking you do, but I don't know. Maybe not. But what I wanted to say to you guys is this. I love how Zane said, I love doing out of the box, crazy, weird things. And I used to feel that way about my astrology. And if you guys remember, you've seen my first videos where I talk about I did astrology like a gay man in the closet because I didn't tell anybody, and I didn't even advertise, and I had a full schedule, and I was trying to date out there in the world. I was trying to date men out there in the world, and I just was like, yeah, I'm a tax accountant. I didn't tell anybody, and unless you made it to the third date with me, I did not even say what I did for a living. And so for 14 years, I really did it on the down low. I did it really, really quietly. And just one person at a time. And then that son of mine progressed into Aquarius with my Mercury in Aquarius, and it hit my 7th house. And somebody said, Meredith, you need to get on YouTube. And I was kind of like, what's that? What would I ever talk about? And they're like, astrology. And I was like, you think anybody's interested in that? Well, 100,000 people later, yes. So it's grown, and I totally understand that. But now when I hear that it's this crazy and wild thing, I'm like, Is it? So just wait, Zane. After, like after 23 years, you're going to see it's really not that crazy. It's really not that wild. It's really not that out of the box. It's really not that cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. SJ, dating and trying to find out their birthday is a trick, LOL. Yeah, and I gave you guys a trick in a members only video. And it's something like how do you figure out the person's birthday that you're sitting in front of? And I can give you the trick right here if you want it again, but it's super easy to do. You can just say, if you don't want to tell them, I want to run your chart and look everything on you. You can say something like, I'm a night owl because I was born at 9:10 p.m. And that's when I just come alive. And I've read some information that you really vibe best at the time you were born. Do you find that to be true? Oh, I don't know what time I was born. Oh, you should figure it out. Like, are you a morning person, a night person? And then you can start the conversation around birth time. So it's really kind of easy to tell you the truth. Or you could just say, what's your rising sign? And then you can back into it. Ida Lynn, I found you just a few months ago and I've learned so much. I'm so glad. And I hope you guys, Mariah says you're a wonderful teacher. I love you to pieces and congratulations on your new chapter and your new life blossoming and taking off. That was so exciting to read. Yeah, Danica, thank you. So I wanted to tell you this really quickly, and then we're going to do Yams Glam. So I get to the emergency room where they have my dad in the stretcher and we're in the transport, right? And I just want to give him a kiss, and then I'm going to follow the ambulance behind with my daughter in our car to the next facility that he has to go to. This is yesterday at 12 noon. And I see him on the stretcher and I give him the biggest hug and I'm like, Dad, I'm right here with you. I'm going to be in the car behind. And this EMT says, do you want to ride in the ambulance with us? And that's the picture that I posted. And I was like, I can. They wouldn't let me ride here. And he said, well, he wasn't as, he was in critical condition at that time. So we don't usually let you ride if there's a chance that something could go really, really wrong. But with me, you could. So he straps me into the ambulance. This is about astrology. And my dad is right here. And so I'm just giving my dad a little shoulder rub, right? And he's sitting right here and he tells me his name is Kyle. And then he says this in the ambulance. I hate this question. He goes, so what do you do for a living? And I'm like, now I know how this whole entire ambulance ride is going to go. Because if I answer that, the person is going to ask me about their astrology chart. It's 99.99999% of the time. So my face went like, I don't know if I have the bandwidth and the wherewithal to talk astrology right now while I'm in the ambulance with my dad. And I said, I'm a professional astrologer. And he goes, oh, that's cool. And I said, no, not astronomer, astrologer, like astrology. Like the zodiac signs. And he goes, oh yeah, I totally get it. I'm a Pisces. I've had my natal chart read. I'm like, you speak astrology? You're an EMT. And he goes, I know. I go, you're really strong to be able to do this job because I love helping people and I really feel like it's my calling. And I was like, it is your calling. And we sat there and we taught you guys. Do you know how happy I was this man was a Pisces? We talked about the meaning of life. My dad's right there. We talked about, love and what life is really about and how he doesn't get paid very much and how many lives he has saved. And no offense to anybody, but I was so happy in a way that out of all the zodiac signs for that ride, I got to float on a cloud in an ambulance talking in Pisces lingo. And it just was like, wow. And then Bob, who's the driver of the ambulance, he shouts back, I'm a Scorpio. I'm like, of course you are. I said, you guys get along, don't you? And then the Pisces guy, Kyle, he goes, we do. I like Bob, but he's not my permanent partner. My permanent partner, who's usually the driver, is a different guy. And I go, oh, what's that guy's birthday? And he said April, I don't know. He said April something. I go, he's an Aries. how does that work for you? He goes, well, it usually works really well, but we do clash. We do bump heads once in a while and we clash. And I said, of course you do, right? The driver would be a Scorpio. I know. I'm sorry, Yams Glam. I'm making you wait. But that story was so stinking cute. So here is Yams Glam. Do you want us to keep calling you that, or do you want us to call you by your other name? Yeah, he was meant to be there. I know. And I was running. I thought I was going to miss the ambulance ride. I couldn't even believe he invited me to be in the jump seat. By the way, how many of you have ridden in an ambulance before? I rode in an ambulance when I was 12, when I was in that fire I told you guys about. If you're a member and you haven't seen that video, it's called Girl on Fire. And so the last time I rode in an ambulance was when I was 12. And they're not comfortable. They're really bumpy. They need to transport you in something with softer tires. Oh, her name is Nisi. What a great name. Thank you for telling me how to say it phonetically. Yes, I'm still taking charts, but don't send your birth info now because I can't screenshot it. So I'll tell everyone to send it. And when you do send it, you have to send your time and your place as well. Oh, she's been in ambulances. Yeah, they're not very comfortable. Okay, so Nisi, this is Nisi, Yams Glam TV. So she is a Gemini, so your life is going to be really freaking busy. I don't know if you're wanting to know about your work, but you've got that Jupiter and you've got that Mars sitting on your sun right now. We could do a bi-wheel, but I just want to see what my favorite thing about your chart is first. Well, one thing that's really interesting, you guys, and now that I see that you can't even see my cursor on the screen, so you can't even see what I'm pointing to, I'll have to kind of tell you what I'm pointing to. I'll tell you the hardest thing, okay? Can I start with the hardest thing just to feed my Scorpio and Mercury? Just because I'm evil like that. Oh, you guys are all so sweet. Oh, you guys are sweet. I think the very hardest thing is you have your Mercury in direct opposition to your rising sign. Do you guys all see that? So she has a 3-degree Mercury. Go to the purple 7th house. Just count the houses over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the 7th house. And she has that Mercury at 3 degrees Cancer, 31 minutes. Do you see that? And it opposes her rising sign. Now, thank God it's connected to Venus because it gives you a little bit of a sweetness, and you must be a very sweet soul and you must care very deeply about things. But it's hard for you sometimes to get your head completely in the game of your life. And you can be either too sensitive, too defensive, on defense, or playing defense. And it's hard to get on offense. And offense is when you have it all rolling on your terms. And it's hard for you probably to not feel sometimes defeated or get depressed or get really sad that it's not going in the order or in the way in which you imagined it would. So when your mind opposes your rising sign, you just feel sort of like the world is a little bit at odds with what it is you dream of or want. So I wonder if you can relate to that. And I hope you're working on the power of positive thinking, the power of positivity. And you do have quite a positive chart because you've got all that Gemini. And so that is one of the hardest things. And you guys think about this for a minute. Usually when we talk about hard things, we talk about Mars or Pluto, or we talk about where Saturn is, right? But Mercury opposed the ascendant can be really, really tough. Where is she? Is she talking to me? The second thing I want to say that I do love is I love that your Venus is at 0 degrees. It means you love big, you love hard. It is in retrograde. And so it's going to stay in Cancer for a really, really, really long time by progression. Or let me see. It's going to go 0. Oh, it's going to go back to Gemini. I'm sorry. And it's going to stay in Gemini for a long, long time, which is kind of fun and playful. And I think it's helpful because it goes well with your sun and it makes you a little bit less sensitive. Aw, happy Dynamite Day to my fellow Leo moons. A fairy godmother. How cute is that? The other thing I really, really love, I love the 0 degree Cancer Venus taking care of other people. I love that North Node at 23 degrees Leo. Do something with that today, girl. Do something with that. And that's probably one of the reasons why you're this like fairy godmother. Look, you've got your part of fortune right on your North Node in the 8th house. You guys, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, it's the little horseshoe, 23 degrees Leo. And then she has her part of fortune at 24 degrees. You also have Jupiter there technically. And so there's a lot of positivity, but and you also have a deeper side to you too. I do self-soothing through play. That's good. That's the Leo North Node. And you are supposed to, I think you probably grew up kind of fast with a lot of responsibility because Saturn is the ruler of your chart in Virgo. You're probably very perfectionistic. You probably don't like making mistakes. You probably overgive. Because Saturn is in Virgo and that is the ruler of Capricorn and you are Capricorn rising. But that North Node in Leo is, and with the help of the part of fortune, is what you're supposed to learn. And this moon, this new moon, the sun and the moon are in Leo today. It's like make your wish because it will come true. Today is a huge, huge, huge manifestation day for you. You have a giving chart. You're very giving with time, with energy, with what other people need. There's a generosity about you. And I also want to show you that you have, now you guys look for this on my gorgeous natal chart. And if you guys want to purchase one, just go to Shop Soul Navigation and buy my Murder Signs TV show, please, and a gorgeous natal chart. But right here in this box, sorry, you can't see my cursor, in this box below, you can see something that says DECL. That's short for declination. That is not longitude and latitude. That is the declinations. So you have your Mercury and your Venus both out of bounds. So that Mercury opposing your rising sign, I bet you in some ways you're nicer to other people than you even are your own self. Or you had to learn how to be nice to yourself. So that Mercury opposing your rising sign is out of bounds. And out of bounds, hopefully you guys all watched my video on out of bounds planets. I don't know if that's a members only. I think it might be a members only. And I talk a lot about the declinations and the parallels and the contraparallels, which is the tiny box right underneath the Aries in her chart. And thank you. I'll pretend I've won the perfect life lottery. Yes. Well, you have. You're living a beautiful life. It's fantastic. And I just wanted to say that with your Mercury out of bounds, you have a very powerful mind. You have a very big mind. You have a high mental capacity. And you do, because look, you're a Gemini with an Aquarius moon. So I want to ask you if you know just how incredibly smart you are. So a Mercury in Cancer at 3 degrees is, and it's connected to your 0 degree Venus, is somebody who is deeply intuitive about other people. So your intuition is just absolutely freaking incredible. And then you also have a very high IQ too. And so an EQ and an IQ are, are pretty rare. They're very rare, to be able to have, in one person. You usually have one or the other, but to have this much intelligence along with that social skill and that social ability, is really rare. And it's a treat. And it's probably your superpower that you can be both intuitive and pragmatic and analytical. Do you know what I mean? So out of bounds planets are any planets that are above 23, 27. And she's got 2 of them at 25. So you look in the declinations box, and that's her Mercury and her Venus. So, and isn't it funny that they're both out of bounds and they're both connected, tied to one another. So they're both off the train track in the zodiac, and they're like, they're like freewheeling. And so that is big love. You must also have a really beautiful voice, or you must be like a great conversationalist. Is that true? Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. She says, I'm learning through meditation. My maternal grandmother sends me dimes of support and confirmation from heaven above. Yes, I'm learning so much through your videos. They're saving my life. You're so sweet. I hope we get to meet. Do you still live in Louisiana? Who doesn't love New Orleans? Are you down there on Bourbon Street tonight? Oh, you do? You live in Louisiana? Are you on Bourbon Street? Can we come see you? Are you at the Blues Club tonight? Let's look at you. And I just love doing this for you guys. You guys will have to tell me if you learn a lot, if you like looking at other people's charts, if you feel like it benefits you. I know everybody's like, pick me, pick me. Can you hear Bo? Oh my gosh. Where is he? Can you let him out? Thank you. Aw, my wonderful contractor is here helping me get a new bathtub. Woo! I deserve a bathtub. I'm like 58 years old. I need a new bathtub, and he's here helping me put tile in so I can get a new bathtub. And thank God he loves my dog. This is so good watching you doing the charts. It is like therapy. Would her sun square Mars give her Aries characteristics? Okay, let's look at that. So her sun is at 12 degrees. Look at the inner wheel, okay? Her sun is at 12 degrees Gemini, and her Mars is 11 degrees Virgo. Do you guys see how brilliant this woman is? And let me ask her, does she know? No, she's in Dallas. Oh, well, that's fancy pants, Dallas. I love my home and my culture, but I knew since I was 7 that I wouldn't live there as an adult. Hurricane Katrina relocated me. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Did you have to stay in the dome in Texas? Like, was your house ruined and you had to go live in a shelter, or did you just move? I'm just curious, because that was really painful to watch. And you must have been fairly young. And I want to ask you if, yeah, Carly gets me. I die without my bathtub. I know, I am. I'm withering away. I don't have a bathtub. I haven't had a bathtub in 5 years since I moved into this house. So I'm getting a bathtub. I told Joe, I was like, honey, I'm a Sagittarius. I need a bathtub to calm down. I have a Taurus North Node. It's not fair. It's not right. Not having a bathtub is not in my chart. I was also born in the Mercury hour too. I wanted to ask you, Yams Glam, do you know, my family got out at the very last minute of evacuations. I wanted to ask you if you feel as smart as you are. Were you told your whole life that you were smart, that you were highly capable? I mean, you were born to grow up fast. By 7 years old, you could run the world. Like, it's Yams Glam for president for sure. And because you can run the world. And with that Gemini squaring the Virgo, and you have a South Node in Aquarius with your moon in Aquarius, this is a really freaking smart person with high EQ. And somebody asked me about the square to Mars, and would that give her an Aries-like quality? It would, but it's all in the head. So it doesn't necessarily mean she's going to put it into the body, but it's going to give her a sense of deep, deep ambition, a can-do attitude, a courage, a pioneering spirit. She'll probably want to be an entrepreneur. Are you an entrepreneur? I think you are. And my sister is calling me. I know. I'm on pins and needles with my family. She's usually on these chats, these lives. So she's not watching me today. I have a younger sister who is a Sag Sun, Aquarius Moon, and she was always praised for her brilliance, but not really me. I'm learning it now. Yeah, I'm trying to learn this. Yeah, honey, you are so smart. And you're also, do you know that you're so intuitive too? Let me just ask him. Artem, can you let him come out? Okay, thank you. He's wonderful, Artem. He's Ukrainian, and he's helping me build the most beautiful bathroom. I'm so excited. Maybe I'll give you guys a tour when it's all ready. Okay, let's see. Is Uranus and Mercury conjunction a sign of genius? Yes, it can be, but it can also be a sign of ADD, just to be honest with you. And what about the Sun trine Mars? Oh, well, that's not her chart. The Sun trine Mars is really wonderful, but I'd have to see the houses. Look at her houses. So she has her Sun square Mars, and that's the 6th and the 8th. And so there's a depth to her. And we know that her life is probably good, but it wasn't necessarily simple because Saturn is the ruler. So there's big lessons. My favorite thing about this is, I think I told you that I love that Venus at 0 degrees Cancer because it just makes you so deeply loving. But I think I'm going to choose that North Node in Leo because your journey has big payout and it has deep payout and it has a light at the end of the tunnel, to tell you the truth. There's a lot of blessings if you stand in your authentic self. There's also something unusual or unique about you. Own that part of you. Show that part of you off. I don't know what it is. It might be something about your physicality or your body or your personality, but you're very, very unique. That's that Aquarius South Node. And there's something kind of quirky about you. So when you stand in that and you individuate yourself from cliques and groups and you walk your own individual path and you step into the power of being you, that's when all your gifts bubble up. She said, I used to play in the graveyard as a child and was commissioned to our family's genealogist. So I feel a bit, and was commissioned to be our family's genealogist. So I feel like a bit psychic. Well, I think you are. And by the way, I too, can work in the psychic realm easily. And I go in and out in my readings all the time. And you have the gift, and then you have the muscle, just like I have a bicep. It's not much of one, but I have to go to the gym to cultivate it, right? I got to go build it. And once I build it, I can use it more easily. So everybody's given the gift of intuition. It's just you've got a giant gift of intuition, and now you have to work it like a muscle. Hello to your Ukrainian builder, Artem, from a fellow Russian Ukrainian. He's a very sweet man. He's super perfectionistic. Okay, so now I'm going to take screenshots, okay, you guys? And if I don't get to your chart, please don't hate me. Please don't be brutal to me. I'm just going to try my best. But you guys put your name, your birthday, where you were born, and the time you were born. And I'll take some screenshots and I'll choose one. And it was wonderful, Nisi, reading your chart. And thank you for being a super supporter. Thank you all for being a member. Look how many members there are today. I feel so loved. I really appreciate it, you guys. I wouldn't be able to do this work. I would not be able to do this work if I didn't have a membership program. I'm not joking. So if you feel like, what am I even getting out of this? I hope you don't feel that, but you're helping build a community and your $2 goes to people finding enlightenment. And so even if you don't participate as much as you would like to, you're propping up this community so others like young Zane, right, can learn. So you're doing a really good thing. And there's another Denmark. Oh my God, it's so fast. Okay, I got tons, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's so fast. Okay, I'm going to do payola. I don't know why. It just feels fun. And I'm going to build her chart. Okay. And I think you're still here. Hold on. Paola. Paola. 9986. Okay, and you guys can stop loading your birthday in because I can't capture them right at this minute. And I don't want you to waste your energy. Hold on. 3:09 a.m. in Santa Fe. Okay, and do you have a specific question? Let's put her up here. She's a solid Virgo. Yes, I am here. Yay. Hi. Hold on. Chantel. Us Danes love you. Thank you. I have Danish ancestry in me, but it's just a little. I love the Danes too, the mighty Danes. Okay, so here is Paola. 9986, is that right? Yep, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And you guys, the first thing I like to do, so even before I look at the circle, is I like to go see if she has out of bounds planets. And I do that because I want to know which planet inside of her is exaggerated, if any. And I don't always find out of bounds planets, but you can see anything in the declination table. Listen to me really, really carefully, okay? Because newbies do make this mistake in two different ways. And I want to make sure you're looking at the right thing. You have to look at declinations. Now, if you're getting a free chart off the internet, they probably are not listing declinations. I don't know if they are. I'm not doing those charts. But it is not the longitude and the latitude. It's not the longitude and the latitude. It is the declination, okay? So saying that, that's the box right there underneath the fifth house. Do you see the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth house? The box that says DECL, that's declination. So it's not the degrees inside the circle. So her moon is sitting at 20 degrees Scorpio, 54 minutes in the fourth house. Do you see that? That's not the declination. And the declination is not the longitude or the latitude either. It is the declination. And the declination shows us how high or low the planet is within the going around in the orbit. And when it's out of bounds, it actually goes off its own course. So don't look for declinations inside the circle. It has to have the box that says declinations. I hope you guys haven't been making that mistake looking at longitude and latitude or looking at degrees. So what does she have out of bounds? Can you guys tell me? Yeah. Amanda's here. Yay. And you've got it right. And here's Paola. Lots of transformations in my life. Yeah, she has Mars out of bounds because you're looking for anything above 23, 27. And look at her Mars, it's 26. So it's pretty hugely out of bounds. It's not a little out of bounds. It's hugely out of bounds. That's that word, bigly out of bounds. And she has a North Node in Aries. So we know that Mars is a big player in her life. And she has a very strong Mars in the sixth house in Capricorn. And it goes really well with all her Virgo, and it goes well with her moon. So she's a big Mars person. Her Mercury is exalted. It's in its own sign, Mercury in Virgo. Did you guys see that video where I said, what is your chart signature? What is the headline of your life? That is a really, really complex and complicated tool that I give you for how to figure out the headline of your life. We won't do that today because I want to do more readings and that takes time. But you should sit down with that video. What is your chart signature? And it says, find out the headline of your life and really work with your own chart. You will understand yourself so deeply when you figure out what the most prominent planet is in your chart. Like what is really running your life. And with her Mercury dead ends in Virgo because it's exalted. It loves being there. But that Mars is pretty high functioning in her chart and it's out of bounds. And so Paola, you must be physically fit in some way, or physical fitness might be a big thing for you, or being, I don't know, growing muscle or becoming strong. She says, I feel so blessed to have been chosen. Thank you. I'm a 29-degree MC right now, and I don't have a specific question, but I'm hoping to receive a message that I need. Well, I really like the way your Mars operates, and you must be a very, very, very strong person. And with Leo rising, that gives you more strength, more Virgo strength. And Virgo in the second house, even though it's the sun, hold on one second. Bo, come here. What are you eating? Oh, you got toilet paper. Hang on one second. I'm so sorry, my dog, Bo, he's a little bit naughty. I thought I was getting a dog, and I thought I could handle an Aries. I clearly can't. I thought the fire in my chart could handle the fire in him. Oh my God, my sister called. Oh my God. You guys aren't going to believe this. I'm sorry. Paola, I promise I'll get back to you. We're having a baby. No wonder why my sister's not on YouTube with me. We're having a baby. Her daughter, my niece, is having a baby on this new moon. Oh my God, this is the best day. Oh my God. Oh my God. So my niece is so cute. Paola, I promise I'll come back. I'll come back to your chart. I just have to tell you this. This is so stinking cute. So my niece called me and she said, Aunt Mare, my baby isn't coming and the due date was the 31st and they said that they want to induce me. Can you give me the best day? And I said, well, you're not going to like this because the best day is on a Sunday and that means you're not going to get your doctor. So I would say Sunday. I mean, it is such a great day because we've got that new moon in Leo and also Monday is good too. So but do you want Mercury in retrograde, right? Or do you want the Venus at the 29th degree? I think I'll take the Venus at the 29th degree. I don't know. It's a gamble. Anyway, she's just had her baby right now. Ah! And I said, but what I would do is I would have the 8th is also really good too. Okay. Yeah. The 8th is also really good too. So hi, welcome. That's the builder's dad. They're all coming here to build my bathtub. Anyway, so much is happening. I told you this Gemini Mars is a big deal. Anyway, she asked me and I said, I would plan your induction for the very latest day possible, August 8th, because August 8th is a great day. But what I believe in is let the baby choose its time. Let the baby choose. And if you pick the 8th, the baby gets more choices. The baby's going to choose. But if you go and you get your induction on July 31st, you're choosing for him. instead of letting that baby choose. She goes, Aunt Mare, she lives in Texas on a ranch in the middle of anybody in Texas right now. It is hot with like peacocks and ducks and horses and albino peacocks. And she's like, I want my baby now. And I go, you will appreciate your child picking their date. And so he's going to be a new moon baby. Oh my God. And she's like, Aunt Mary, I can't wait till the 8th. And I go, you can wait to the 8th. Believe me, you can wait to the 8th. Anyways, I'm just so excited. I can't believe she's having a baby while I'm sitting here with you guys. Hold on. And she picked the cutest name. Her daughter's name is Brooklyn, and her boy's name is Beckett. Isn't that cute? So stinking sweet. Well, I had to pick my daughter's day because I was on the last day. So I was like, okay. But I still think they have a hand in it. Let's go back to payola. So I'm so sorry I hijacked all that. We have a lot going on over here. We were talking about her Mars, and what did she say to me? Did she say she works out? Did she say she's strong? Let's see. She said something about that. I'm very active physically, but in the gym, LOL, more so in my day-to-day life, I do feel very strong. I have a 5-year-old daughter and a 21-year-old son. Interesting. Yeah. Well, you have a lot of physical strength. And I think you're going to have a lot of physical strength your whole life long. Saturn rules your 6th house, so you do want to take good care of your health and stay in touch with your body. And this North Node in Aries in the 10th is telling you to be very, very courageous in your life, to be bold, to get out of the comfort zone of just Virgo kind of playing it safe and small. When I find Virgo in the 2nd house, I also have Virgo in the 2nd house, there is an insecurity that you need to outgrow. Thank God I outgrew my insecurities. I mean, of course, we still all have some, but they don't run my life like they used to. And you're younger than me, but you're old enough, and you have a 21-year-old where you've probably been working on self-esteem and self-confidence your whole life, but really reminding yourself that you are, my sweet friend, you are an Aries North Node. You're not just a Virgo. And so you really got to live your life with that Aries North Node in your mind. Okay, let's look at your progression. I hope my computer program doesn't crash. Yep, it's going to crash. Okay, so this is common. Don't worry. It'll come back. It'll come back. I just have to pull it up. Hang on one seckie. Here it is. It just has a tendency to crash. So what's really interesting, oh my gosh, what is so interesting is when you do your progress chart, so I'll pull it back up here for you. Hi, you guys. Okay, so here she is. Can you see it? So she said she was at a 29th degree something. What is it? And I didn't know if she was speaking of progressions. I don't see your 29th degree. I've been watching your progress videos and I'm learning about my progress chart. Okay, well, here's your progress chart. By the way, you guys, if you have been watching my progression series, that's awesome. But I want to remind you of one thing, okay? Look at the progress chart as a standalone chart for sure, but I mostly work with it in a buy wheel. And you can buy the buy wheel right now. You can buy your natal chart just like this, except it's much more gorgeous. This is not my gorgeous natal chart version. Lydia, my assistant, she will put the natal chart in the middle and then she'll wrap around the progress chart, which is just like this. So Oh, your MC is at 29. Okay, let's look at that. Oh, I have it at 28.15. It's about to be 29. And so I think it's going to take, okay, you guys, watch the MC. It's right up here. Oh, can you see my, hold on. Can you see my cursor or no? I hope you can, but the MC is now in her 11th house. So go to the 11th house and it says 28 degrees 15. And so it moves. You guys watched my progressed midhaven. So there's 29. So you got a little bit of time. This time next year, that's August 4th, 2025. And so what's happening is your career, your legacy is wanting to change. And you don't need to do a damn thing. So here it is. So June 4th-ish, 2026, you're going to progress to a 0 degree. Do you guys see it? A 0 degree Gemini MC. And the MC is really important because it is your calling in life. It is your legacy. It is literally how the world will perceive you. It is what you're going to sort of leave Earth, leave this family, leave this world. And it's changing. Your theme is changing from Taurus into Gemini. Let me just tell you something. So you have a young child and then you have a 21-year-old. So in a couple years, this is June 4th, 2026. By the way, the MC, it doesn't hit just like that. It's sort of like something's fading out and something new's fading in. So it's not just black and white. It's kind of like that, right? So what I want to tell you is that your goals are going to shift, kind of like this. Let's talk maybe about Hugh Jackman. So Hugh Jackman is this American film actor, and now he's on Broadway doing Music Man. Maybe he's not doing it today, but now he wants to do theater and Broadway, right? It's still the same gifts, the same talent, kind of, but it's in a whole new genre. So maybe you're a songwriter and now you want to be, I don't know, a painter. So your gift and your callings are going to change. Also, your relationship to the outside world. What I love about it, that 0 degree, when you get that, Paola, it's in Gemini, which is in square to Virgo. So it's going to have a little bit more tension for you because Taurus up there is very relaxing and calm. And I really probably shouldn't even say that because that's not necessarily true. It can be busy for a Virgo, but this is going to jazz things up and put a little tension into your life around what am I going to do? You also might get two different callings because it's Gemini. You might be good at multiple things. You might be getting, I don't know, a side hustle that's your passion while you do your regular job as your calling. Oh, he's Australian, Hugh Jackman. You're right. Thank you. Thank you. I should have said that. I knew that. I didn't say that. Yes, Hugh Jackman is Australian. Let's give credit where credit is due because he's a wonderful person. So this is going to be exciting. But what I want to tell you is when it's shifting and changing, Paola, it can hurt. It can be uncomfortable. You are losing an identity. You're shifting into a new identity. So you're losing an old identity of who am I in this world? I like it going to Gemini because it's a little bit happier. It has a sense of humor. It has more streams of income or passion. It operates in multiple streams. It's like an octopus rather than just one channel. It does multiple things well. It's super smart. It's uncanny. It's fast moving. It's quick changing. This is the quick change. I now have 2 jobs right now, but being pulled towards my calling and purpose, not so much in my relationships. Yeah. And there's a huge focus around who am I and what do I want to be in the world? Who am I? It's really quite exciting. So here, this is where you are right now. I'm moving this back. And you're at 28 degrees. So you're going to feel pulls. You're going to feel push and pull. You're going to feel when things are not quite right. You're going to feel that things are not quite right. You're going to feel like, am I really satisfied? Do I really love this? Am I really? And that's right where you're supposed to be. If you didn't feel that, if you didn't start to get bored or tired or recognizing I'm in the wrong place or I need a more supportive, I need a more supportive or passionate place in my career and in my calling and how I want to spend my time contributing to my legacy building calling, my legacy building purpose. If you didn't feel a little discontented or disheartened, I would be checking for a pulse, because this is on a fade out. We're fading to black. So we're on the fade out. So you don't have to do anything. This is going to happen automatically, and this is going to bubble up, and you're going to get new opportunities and shifts and changes. So I really like that for you. And then I'm just going to look really quickly. And if you guys, okay, so I just want to tell you, my calendar is so full. If you want a reading, if this makes you want to have a reading, one thing I'm doing, because I can handle this, because I usually do this at midnight in my pajamas, but I'm offering recorded 30-minute readings. So if you want me to interpret your chart for you, you could buy my starter package, and that is a written report. I don't write it, but I purchased all the software. I purchased the software and the licensing to sell all those reports. So I would get the Soul's Design report. I would get the Child's report for sure if you want to learn more about your chart. And they're really inexpensive, and it's a great report. I source them all. I love that Child's report, even if you're 75 years old. It is so good. I would get your Advanced Astro Gold package so you can see your progressions. And I would definitely get your starter package. Get one or all of those. You could also get your solar return if you want to take a look at what your life is giving you this year. And if you want something more personalized or you have a specific question, you could buy a recorded reading from me, and I just record it on Zoom and I send it to you. And granted, I'm probably in my pajamas with no makeup. You could also get on Connie Joe's calendar. She is amazing, and she has availability a little bit sooner than I do. Right now, I think I have some availability in September, like maybe one slot because somebody canceled. But I'm booking into November right now for a live Zoom call. Do the angles progress 1 degree per year? Yes, mostly, unless we're dealing with somebody who's from Greenland or Norway or really north. They could progress at a different rate based on the longitude and the latitude that you were born on. Also, signs, they can progress faster or slower. But yes, it's approximately, the angles move approximately 1 degree per year. They kind of follow closely to the sun. But I actually think it's something like 1.36 or something. So it's not perfect, but it will give you the idea. Hi, Dawn Wonder. How are you? I love you. I hope you guys all saw the jewelry that Dawn has made. And today is the new moon, and she is selling new moon intention necklaces. They are so gorgeous. In my shop, we have a few left. I think we have about 10 left. And you could go grab one if you want. They're absolutely gorgeous. Dawn made them exclusively for Soul Navigation, and they are gorgeous. And you can use them on new moon and full moon nights to help you with your manifestation. Stacy says, Connie Joe did my rectification chart. She is awesome. Yes, she is. Will you tell me what your favorite thing is about my chart? Yes. Okay, so let me look. Sometimes I can see it fast. Well, I do love that you're having this new moon in your first house, my darling, because this is about you creating a new chapter for guess who? You. And really stepping into all of that courage. And do the things that you dream of doing. Like really step into your creative power. You have Chiron on the North Node in the 10th house. So this is a time to really heal your highest self. To step into your highest self will actually help you heal. So doing the very best thing for you will actually help you heal your life and your calling. You are going to be really, really busy with that Jupiter Mars in the 11th, learning lots of new things. Keep your astrology studies going. You are so smart. Wow. I see hard things first. I'm sorry. I'm a Scorpio Mercury. So I see the hard things first. That Jupiter opposing your sun in the 8th house, really figuring out your belief system. Like, what do you believe in, Paola? What do you believe in? And are you living it? And it's, you might believe in things that are different than how you were raised or what you were taught. You might need to even step away from old indoctrinations, old belief systems that were placed upon you, and have the courage to live life on your own terms. I think you had a child fairly young, right? And so I think your chart, and it's wide, but that Pluto moon by sign and Pluto Venus in the 4th, I think that's pretty hard. So not necessarily being loved in the way that you wished or wanted or what was right for your soul, and figuring out how to get life on your own terms is a really big piece of your chart. Let me take the bi-wheel out, so those transits, and just look at this. And this is my gorgeous natal chart. This, if you buy a gorgeous natal chart, this is what it will look like, not like the other. Joseph says, on your Aquarius video, you said Aquarius is not afraid of being themselves. You help me not to be afraid to be myself. Yeah. And Aries is like that too. And Virgo is not like that, Paola. So you really need to step out of the service to others and people pleasing South Node in Libra and move into that North Node. I think my very favorite thing about your chart is the North Node in Aries in the 10th house, ruled by an out of bounds Mars. And the reason why I say that is because inside of you is born a really friggin' badass woman. And you're going to do something with your womanhood in a way that is surprising or new or going first. So has that already happened? Are you the first of something in your family? Are you the first to go to school? Are you first to be a dental hygienist? Are you the first to be living where you're living? Are you the first to, there's something brave and bold in that North Node in Aries in the 10th with an out of bounds Mars ruling it. And that's exciting for me to see, especially for a Virgo and a Libra South Node that is just that, and even the Pisces in you, somebody who's just so sweet and in service, probably solving problems for a living. Is that what you do? I do practice Christianity and I'm open-minded. All my Aquarius descendant relationships have helped me probably stay open-minded. Oh, I don't practice Christianity. Oh, okay. Yes, at 16, I have a Scorpio moon, which has led me to explore. Yeah. The Scorpio moon is so deep. I live with that Scorpio moon in my child on a daily basis. Whew. That is a big moon. Oh, she left her house by the age of 14. So you are living boldly. You're living with a tremendous amount of courage, aren't you? 14 years old, you left. So did you finish high school? And you were a young mom, right? Super young mom, I think. Are you looking to mentor locally? I live in Arlington, north of Seattle. Hi, Brittany. And I'm so interested in learning from you more than your videos. Do you have classes locally? Yes, I do a Seattle workshop for 3 days, 4 days, if you count the wine happy hour that we have. And it's always the third week in May. You will have to buy a ticket and come. It is absolutely extraordinary. You could drive back and forth, or you could stay down here with all of us. It sells out fast. I'll put that on sale in probably November 1st after my Barcelona workshop. Oh, I left my house by the age of 14 years old to go to another country. Oh my God. Ay, ay, ay. Well, okay. Isn't that interesting? Because your North Node is straddling the 9th and 10th house. And by orb, it is connected to the 9th house. And you have to consider the 9th house and the 10th house. And by the way, you guys, this is really important to say. I do use the mean nodes. Just think of mean Meredith, mean and nasty Meredith. That's how I want you to remember me. Not true. I don't use the true nodes. I use the mean nodes. So I'm wondering if you use the true node, if it pops into the 9th house. I don't know if it would. And yes, she was 16 years old when she had her son. Holy moly, guacamole. Yeah, holy sparkle cats. I mean, that's like doing North Node in Aries with an out of bounds Mars, right? And it's square. This is your dad? Yeah. Hi, I'm in a YouTube live, but I wanted to say hi. How are you? Good. Good. I love your son. He's wonderful. Yeah. He's a perfectionist. Oh, yes. Yeah. Did he get that from you? Yeah. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Take good care. They're so nice. I love having those Ukrainians in my house. My whole heart goes out to them. Okay, well, I hope you guys like this. All right, I'm going to pick one more. How cute. My phone is blowing up with all these text messages from my family. I mean, it's just going on and on and on and on with the baby. It's so stinking cute. Look at it. It's just like 1,000 text messages. Aw. I'm going to say Leo new moon. Baby, it can't be better. I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited. Aww. What does Paola say? Oh, you guys are all so sweet. Yeah, Paola, I want to give you a lot of kudos. Yes. Okay. And I want to just say you're really living out your chart. And I mean, I am proud of you for really stepping into the courage of that North Node in Aries. And you're a badass. You're between, Superwoman, Linda Carter, old school Linda Carter, Superwoman, or Zendaya, or Xena the warrior goddess. I mean, like, did you come with the silver, the handcuffs, right? Like very, very, very strong. And you don't get a chart like this if you are not supposed to be strong. And that Venus Pluto in the 4th is probably you having your kid at 16. That's a little bit, I can't even imagine being 16 and having a kid, because there's a lot of self-sacrifice in having a child at 16 years old, right? And here you are, people pleasing and living in service to others as a child, having a child. So my whole heart goes out to you, and I'm sure you did a wonderful, wonderful job. And I'm sure your 21-year-old absolutely respects and cherishes you and all that you had to do at 16 to make a life for him. Like, that's amazing. Okay. Quit. Bo, you need to quit, okay? Bo is so excited. He's like, Mommy, please. Hold on. I can't believe my niece had a baby. It's just so stinking cute. I'm very close to this niece. I'm close to all of my nieces and nephews. Well, I should say, yeah, I'm close to all of them. And one of my very favorite things in the whole wide world is to be an aunt. It is so fun because my nieces and nephews really like me. They are so nice to me. They don't eye roll me. They don't sass me. They're not sarcastic with me. They don't give me attitude. They listen to what I say. They like my advice. They call me. I mean, I love them all. I just spent time with my other nephew and we went out for hamburgers and we talked just about the meaning of life. And it was just so great. Okay, I'm going to do this person. I'm going to do Brunella Balmelli, July 19th, 1995, from Peru. I've never been to Peru. I don't know if I'm going to go. I'd like to. But did you guys see me? And is Brunella a female? I don't know. Brunella. Did you see me in France? I mean, I left my heart in France. Is there anybody from France here? I fell in love with France. I'm going to move to the French Riviera when I retire, which I just worked with my financial planner. That was as fun as getting a root canal. And he's like, well, at this rate, you're going to have to work till you're 120 years old. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. So I want to say thank you for being a member to help me so I can spend time doing this. And this allows me to, the membership allows me to do my YouTube readings and rather than just, taking the time to go and do private readings, which I love. I still do that, obviously. And okay, I'm going to go a little bit. Je parle français un peu. Melissa, you're so cute. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm reading everything you're saying. Oh. Joe, you can just unlock the door. Oh. Is he okay with him? Yeah, he's great. Bo just thinks he's his best friend. Kendra's giving me $10 to help me move to the south of France. I love you, Kendra. I'm going to use that for the flight. Gosh, I would love to. Okay, so here's Brunella. Yes, I am. Oh my God, thank you so much. It's a beautiful place and the food is the best. I'm sure it is. Are you still there in Peru right now? Are you sitting there in Peru watching me in boring Seattle, Washington? I'm joking. Seattle is not boring. We've got Christmas trees. You guys will have to travel here third week of May to come do the workshop. We've got beautiful water with snow-capped mountains. It's beautiful. And green Christmas trees all year round. So here's your chart. Let's look at this. So holy moly. Wow, another Cap rising. Moon on the south node. So in the fourth house. So you have huge mama energy. So are you a mother yet? But this is really a big family aspect, actually, because you are a Cancer. You're ruled by that moon in Taurus in the fourth house. The moon loves being in the fourth house. It's its home. It is your tightest aspect, I believe. Let me look at this. So look at how tight these aspects are. Somebody will have to do the math for me. Who wants to do the math for me? So she's got that Mercury-Venus aspect, just like that other person did. And do you see how Venus is at 1755 and Mercury's at 1718? So we need to take 55 from 18 and see what that number is. And then down here, we have a 1 degree moon, 43, 1 degree 43, and 1 degree 11. So that is 33, 32. So what's 55 minus 18? I think that Venus Mercury is closer. And that's really amazing. Look how tight. Look at how absolutely. Oh, she left her home 5 years ago and she lives in Sugar Hill, Georgia. That South Node moon is really big. It's 37. I think it's 20. So look at this chart and look at how many houses are busy, right? She only has 3 houses. I don't want to use the word empty because they're not empty. She has no out of bounds planets. And let's say thank God, because with a splash like this, she doesn't need any. She's a very busy person going in 1,000 different directions. And she is a Cancer. You might even think she's probably a little bit quiet or shy. I would say no, because this is a splash chart. She's into everything. I think the 7th house is a very social house. It's very outgoing. Her moon, though, in the 4th, there is a private side to her and there is a sensitivity. Ending a 10 plus year relationship in October. I'm moving back to my parents' house. Healing season for me, plus my Saturn return. Fun. I know. I'm in my Saturn return and it is really, really hard. It's really tough. I'm glad you're getting to spend time with your parents, though. That's very sweet, but you're still pretty young. Do you want to ask something specific? Your chart is ruled by Saturn, so you had to grow up really fast. You're in the middle of that Saturn return in the 3rd house. So this is learning a new way to communicate, a new way to learn, a new way to talk, a new mindset, a new perspective. What I love about this Saturn, which is the ruler of your Capricorn rising, is that it sits in a harmony with your sun. And it sits in a really beautiful harmony. So you're very hardworking. You have a lot of stamina. You have kind of a steely sense of self. You don't fold or collapse, into your problems too easily. I think you have an emotional strength about you that other people really rely on. With that moon in Taurus, did you guys know this? The moon in Taurus and the sun in Cancer is like my very favorite combination of sun moon. And I chose to get married on that combination for that reason. The sun in Cancer and the moon was in Taurus. And the reason why I did is I'm a Sagittarius and my husband's an Aquarius. And I thought we needed like emotional stability, emotional strength, and we need to do our like daily routine better. We're great at goals and visions and travel and talk, and we could talk the whole night away and never do our laundry. So I put the Taurus moon in there to be able to tackle like the daily life in a loving way. And so that's really wonderful. Yeah, my Saturn return lesson is I have the same thing. I get it. And the good news is I have a lot of Saturn videos on here. So just This is making you stronger. This Saturn return is changing your life in some way forever. And it may never go back to that. You said you're getting out of a relationship. Yeah, it usually revolves around losing something. And I pray to God I don't lose my father. But it's at a very, very fragile point. And it's through losses that we grow our character, our perspective, our faith, where we learn how to cherish the right things. I don't want any of those lessons. I feel like I'm good. I'm solid. I don't want those lessons. I don't need those lessons, but that is life. And so here you have it at the bottom of your chart. And so your home is moving, your concept of home, your concept of family, your concept of those deep nurturing relationships, because it's right there at the very bottom of your chart, which is hard because it's sort of like plate tectonics is shifting for you. But I do like that if you are going to have a Saturn return, guess what you get? And I don't get this, so I'm a little jelly. You get it in positive aspect right now to your Venus and to your Mercury and to your Sun and in the seventh house. So I'm not surprised that you're sort of upgrading your relationship status, if I can be so bold to say that. Moon and Venus are in mutual reception. Let's see. Yes, they are, my sweet Amanda. Amanda is my advanced student, and I love having advanced students in the chat and in my classes. And Amanda has been to every workshop I have given, and she is going to get the gold medal because she's going to Barcelona too. And so you're learning so much. You're on the advanced track. I can't wait for you to become your own astrologer. Are you giving readings yet? Okay, let's see what Brunella is saying to me. And when you have a mutual reception like that, it's an infinity loop. So the energy is really, really good. And I do have a workshop available in my shop at Shop Soul Navigation. And I think it's from my first Seattle workshop. It's like 4 hours long. And I teach you how to read the natal chart. And we go through every house. We go through every planet. We go through putting the chart together. So go check out my workshops and my classes if you guys are really, really interested in advanced thinking, advanced learning. Let me see. So the Saturn return is probably the biggest thing happening to you right now. But when that south node hits your Mars, which will be in a while, but I still like to be prepared right here. So that's next February, right? You're going to start feeling it probably in October. That south node hits your Mars in the ninth house. You're going to be exhausted. And it's really a real thing. And this is kind of a time in your life when you can just feel burnt out. You might want to do something that revives your energy when that south node transits Mars. So who here has the south node by transit sitting on your Mars? I'd love to know anything that really stands out to you and any advice. I'd love it. And I'm scared and I'm kind of happy for the new change. Amanda says, the workshops are so fun. Come. I got hit by a car May 22nd, 2023, and that was part of my Saturn return. I'm not surprised because your Saturn is in the house of automobiles, which is the third house, which is short distances. And I'm so sorry about that. And I hope to God you're recovering. And you might need to change out your energy a little bit, how you move your body, what sports you're going to do. Maybe now you're not going to jump on a trampoline. You're going to do yoga, just as an example. But with that south node, on your Mars, that is going, and that's not until next February, that's going to shift something inside of your life force energy. And you're going to have the north node on Saturn. So you're going to step into probably hard work and maybe mastering your greatest lessons. Okay, I was just seeing what you guys were saying. So these are the transits. Let me go back. And let me just show you guys what I kind of want you to do. And I hope this won't crash. I sometimes like to do 2 wheels. And I can do this in a recorded reading for you too. So we're going to do her natal chart and then let's progress it. Hold on. I really hope this doesn't crash. It might. Be patient with me. Yep. I don't know why. It doesn't like that button for some reason. So I'm going to pull it back up. Don't worry. But I kind of want to say also, thank you all for being here. I don't know. I love spending my time with you. This is my total passion. I love my work. It's fun to teach. It's fun to share it with you. And it's fun to watch you guys all kind of get it. And, thank you so much. I think Yams Glam's Nisi is asking me, does by progressions count for some of these transits? Absolutely. Yes, please don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Danica. Please like the video. I really, really would appreciate it. And I need 500 people to buy my murder signs. And I know some of you have already. I don't know why this isn't letting me scroll down. But so here's your progress chart. So what I wanted to do was this. I want to do 2 wheels. And so we take her natal chart on one side and we take the progress chart on another side. And we build out 2 wheels. This is not my gorgeous natal chart. So if you do buy your progressed wheels and buy wheels, it will come in that other beautiful design. This is just on my computer. That I work off of. My progress shows Sun in Leo, but I don't feel like it at all. I'm so shy, and I think that's what's holding me back from scaling in real estate. I'm so grateful for this cold reading. Thank you. I'm happy to be on your live for the first time. Aw, Joseph, I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so let's look at this, you guys. So she's been in her Leo for 24 years and she says she doesn't feel it. What? You don't feel the Leo energy? Okay, you have got to go watch. So you just go to my channel and search on my channel. Don't search in YouTube. Go to my channel and go to the little tiny search bar that is down underneath my name over to the far right. And search Leo playlist. And you go watch my Venus in Leo and my everything Leo and my Leo rising and my Leo moon, if you haven't already, Brunella. And one of the things I'll tell you is that the shifts are really, really subtle. If you don't do astrology, you might not feel them. Like, am I walking around the earth feeling like an Aquarius? Would I listen to an Aquarius video and go, oh my God, that's so me? No. But now that I understand astrology, I can see the shifts. So you don't completely turn into a Leo, but your Leo is added to your Cancer. So can I recognize the Aquarius traits in me? Yes, I'll show you a shift. When I was younger, I was so passionate about what I wanted in my beliefs, like a Sagittarius, right? Now I have so much more objectivity. I am very objective. I also really don't get my feelings hurt as easily as I used to. I used to be all, I could see very clearly right and wrong. And I was more in a judgment, if you will, of myself, of others, of life. And now I have so much more freedom and objectivity that I never once had. That's very Aquarius. Now, if I was just walking around the world not knowing astrology, I would just think, oh, I'm growing. But I can see exactly how I'm growing because I understand Aquarian energy. So it's not like you're going to poof into a completely different person. It's like new values and new shifts are happening, but you're still staying your own regular natal sun sign. But now you're adding to it. You're growing in ways that this new progress sign, Leo, is pushing you towards. And Amanda says your Sun and your Venus are squaring your Pluto. And that could, and she's absolutely right. And thank you for and you guys should watch in the chat, because there are some really, really, really talented students and astrologers on this chat. And they know their astrology. And not only in her progress chart is it square. Yeah, it was born you were born with a trine to Pluto. You were born with your Sun, Venus in trine to Pluto. And you were born with a sextile to your moon. Now your moon, which you've had your lunar return by progression just 1 year ago, it still is a lunar return by progression. Are you guys following me? Tell me yes if you know what I'm saying. Do you see how in her progressed chart, her progressed moon is at 22 degrees Taurus and her natal moon is at 1 degree Taurus? So she just had her lunar return by progression. That happens every 30 years-ish. And 29-ish years. Sometimes it's 27, 28, 29, or 30 years. But it is square. It is also square your Sun and your Venus. And it's opposing your Pluto. So your progressed Sun and Venus in Leo in the 7th house, which is glorious on its own. And this is why we don't do sun sign astrology. Like, woo, right? You should be Dolly Parton right now. Why are you not getting a residency in Vegas with sparkle boots and short shorts, singing a song razzle dazzling, 50,000 people a night? That's the Leo Venus in the 7th, because it's squaring Pluto and the moon, right? And it's not opposing your rising sign by degree, but it is by sign. So getting life on your own terms right now has a stressor in it. It's challenging for you. Let me see if you guys understand what I'm saying. A first timer here, enjoyed the readings of others thoroughly on this. Okay. I believe I'm out of my Saturn return. Yay. You may not feel it the way other people do because it's the ruler of your 8th. So feeling very deeply allows you to express yourself very freely, but you need people that show you that they deserve, I think you meant to say you, that they deserve you. Brunella has a grand water trine. Yes, that's very sensitive and very, very feeling and very intuitive if you allow yourself to kind of scoop the Capricorn rising and put it over to the side to talk you out of your intuition. And if you could just sit with yourself, and especially with the moon and the south node in the 4th house, that is so psychic, is very, very psychic. Learning astrology, Yams Glam. Learning astrology helps me feel the connection to the changes, to those progressed changes. Yes. So I am kind of surprised that you've had this. So I have a feeling that Leo Venus is inside of you and it has a hard time popping out loudly like Dolly Parton in Vegas because of that square to your moon now and to Pluto, but it's still inside of you and it's deeply internal. So it could turn into something like Victor Hugo or F. Scott Fitzgerald, where the creativity takes a plunge inward and it still creates something that is magnificent to quietly share with the world. It could be like Dostoevsky. Did you ever read, Lady Chatterley's Lover? And it could be like W. Somerset Maugham. He was amazing. He was my favorite writer of all time. And wow, his work was so deep. And so how can you cultivate your internal creativity, because you are massively creative, massively intuitive, working with people. You love sharing gifts in a impactful, meaningful way with others, maybe one-on-one. Maybe you don't want to do the karaoke. But what can you cultivate? What can you create? And how can you manifest it internally and then share it with the world, even in a quiet way, a quiet but profound way? And so what somebody was talking about, the ruler of your eighth house is the sun. So go to your natal chart, go to the eighth house. That's deep transformation. You have Leo there. Leo is ruled by the sun. And now your sun is in Leo. I am telling you to figure out a creative way, Brunella, to really shine your light. Even if it's not in a razzle dazzle way, like Leo likes to be, it can be in a deeply meaningful connection to others. I also like that you're upgrading your relationship to yourself. Leos like to live authentically. They like to live genuinely, and they oftentimes find that they have to sell out in order to get the accolades, the fame, or the fortune that they're also kind of seeking or desiring. With this square, I have a feeling that you could do away with the fame and the fortune. I mean, fortune is always nice, right? But the fame and the fortune, and now you want that deep authenticity. Listen to me right now. Catch the fire while it's lit. You've got 6 more years of this Leo progressed sun before it moves into Virgo. Play with it. Bake cakes, paint, dance, sing, do Zumba. I don't know. Be creative. Make it up on your own terms before you get into rules and regulations, Virgo. Now, what will happen actually when you hit Virgo after you've been through a Leo cycle is you will be in the mastery of your craft. So figure out what your craft is right now. So then you can be in the mastery of it. And it's kind of fun because that's when you're really good at things. Virgos are really good at things. They're exceptional at things. I wanted to ask my Ukrainian builder guy, are you a Virgo? Because he is so microscopically perfect. And so I kind of want you to find your craft, find your talent, find your gift, find your love for self, find your love for life, find your love for others, find your playful self. This is also 6 years to find your child, your inner child, your childlike joy. Before you step into the next 30 years of your life, in 6 years, you've got 30 years of Virgo. So let's make Virgo years fun by figuring out that passion right now and then throwing it out there. Does this make sense? Are you still here? I hope you are. I am going to, let's do one last thing, okay? And it was a pleasure looking at your chart. I'm going to look at this right now. This is the chart right now. Remember, we started out at Virgo. Can you guys feel the energy? Who was here at the very beginning? I think Pisces Chris was. I think Melissa might have been. But you can feel the shift from Virgo to Libra, right? And we have less people here right now. But can't you feel the rising sign changing? So this is a homework assignment for you. Oh, that's cute. She says, oh, okay. Brunella says, oh my, yes, I'm screaming to be a kid again, but I wouldn't do it because my previous relationship was a heavy Virgo and a homebody. So I tried to keep the peace. Well, that's when you have a 7th house sun, you do what your partner does. You mirror your life away. So I'm glad you're getting out of that. And you're not mirroring your life away. And that's probably why you kind of also, hid your Leo a little bit. You didn't want to shine too bright. And so now you're going to offload that and you're going to get to be you and do life on your own self. Okay. So, we have somebody from France here. Miriam is here. Oh my God. Yay. Go France. I love it. I was just saying I left my heart in Nice and I also left my heart in Paris. And I love the Parisians. By the way, the Parisians, the French are so nice. It is not like what everybody says where, oh, they don't talk to you. No, if you try to speak French, you don't even have to try. They all speak English now. They're so kind. They're so nice. I wanted to ask you guys, and I want to give you a little bit more hyper. Yeah, Chris is here. She's answering my question. I want you guys to pay attention to the rising sign shifting throughout the day. And I want you to see if you can feel the changes. Because I can certainly feel a Libra vibe right now, where when we first started, it was Virgo, right? Brunella says, I resonated with everything you said, and I truly want to thank you so much. Really sweet. You're so welcome. It was my pleasure. And look at how the sun also moved into the 10th house while we were on this live together. And I think we started with the moon either in the 12th house or the 11th. I can't recall. I think it was the 12th, but I'm not sure. But now we've got it up there in the 10th house. And so I'm going to leave you with the sun and the moon in the 10th house. I really want you to manifest. Go look at our new moon intention necklaces, book a reading, and or watch the video. And the video is called Do This on Every New Moon on my channel. Make sure you search on my channel. If you search in YouTube, you'll get every video in the world. But on my channel, Do This on Every New Moon, and do your new moon rituals today with your crystals, with your stone. I've got this rhododendrite. I love this little pendulum. I got to put it on. It's so beautiful. And it's very healing. I love it. So I'm going to be manifesting with this, my rhododendrite. And you can also, put your wishes out there today, because today is the start of a new chapter. And this is a really important day for you, Brunella, because you are a progressed Leo. So for Leos and Leo moons, this is a giant new chapter of a day. Hold on. I'll answer some questions. Wishing you wonderful joy and fun, Brunella. Yeah, also, Capricorn risings usually start with why they can't do something. So just watch yourself on that. Like, oh, I can't do it because, I had this guy as a partner, or I can't do this because, now I'm doing that. So try to lead not with no. Leos lead with yes, it's possible. And they see possibility in life. And Capricorns see sort of what the issues and the challenges are. Melissa says, so many shops sell stones and gems. How do we know which are real? They're so expensive. I don't want to buy junk. Wow. You should have asked Dawn Wonder. She is like a sorcerer. She's like a gemstone sorcerer. And Melissa, so if you write me that question to teamsoulnavigation@gmail.com, I'll forward it to Dawn and she can write you back. She's amazing. Brunella said, oh my gosh, yes, pessimistic. Working on it. Chantel, exactly. This is your dynamite day. This is the most powerful day for Leo moons of the entire year. This is when you can get life on your own terms, when you can shed old baggage, when you can step into your highest best self, when you can find new love for yourself, love for your passions, love for an animal, love for life. This is when you literally can fall in love with your life for Leo new moons. Somebody asked me about, I think it was Joseph. You asked me about what's my advice for older Aquarians. I'm 42 years old. What is my life? As an Aquarius, I think you're doing it being here, studying astrology. I really do. I have a question. What is the life for an older Aquarius, 42 years old? Stay funky. Stay out of the box. Don't be persuaded by society, culture, family, or life to do it their way. Continue doing things on your own terms. Don't fold into the rules and regulations of other people. And if you're 42, you might be in your Pisces progression. So find something that is a creative outlet for yourself through music, through song, through yoga. Do something, Joseph, different and unique than you've ever done before. Keep your life constantly challenged. Aquarians need challenges. And I'll also say, lend yourself to humanity. How can you assist and help others? Do you have any videos for stelliums in each house? No, I don't. But what you should do is go figure out which house you have a stellium in, and then go watch the videos on my channel about that house. Connie Jo and I are getting ready to video our fourth house. So we've done 12 through 5, and we have to do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my God, we're almost done with the series. Trying to understand my son via his chart. I would definitely go buy the child's report. Let me tell you, I am raising an 18-year-old daughter who's going off to college any minute in a nanosecond. And she's the complete opposite of me. And there is no possible way, Bo brought me his toy. There is no possible way I could raise her without astrology in my life, because she is so different. And I misunderstand her introversion, her Scorpio moon. I misunderstand it. I misunderstand her Cancer needs. I'm like, do you really want to be alone, or are you just pouting? Is this really what you need? Because this is not what I would need. Are you sure you don't want a friend, a buddy, a pal? You sure you want to be alone? Right? Like I really struggle with it. I'm starting to write a song and meditate. That's perfect. That's doing Aquarius Pisces. And I bet you, Joseph, you could get the Advanced Astro Gold package or the Progressed package in my shop. I bet you are in your Progressed Pisces, and that's all about music and songwriting. Yeah, you forgot about that series. I can't wait to see the fourth house. JB, I forgot about it too. What videos do you guys want me to do? Will you leave them in the comments on the regular comment section? Because sometimes it's hard to go back to the chat. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible, hard question. I have a Leo Scorpio rising son whose dad was killed. He's about to turn 19. What can I do for his birthday? Yay. That's too big of a question for me to answer without really looking at the chart. But I just want you to know that Scorpios, wherever you have Scorpio in your chart, Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, they are learning through loss, divorce, destruction, and death. And they signed up for that. And so I think teaching him that there are still beautiful things to learn, even though he's experienced this loss, is shaping his purpose in life. That's very, very sad. Oh my God. I'm really trying to figure out where I could shine my creativity. Any advice on what I can explore? Yes, try everything and see what makes you feel good. Try absolutely everything. First, go roller skating, okay? You cannot be depressed roller skating. Go snow skiing if you're in a place where you can snow ski over the winter. You can't be depressed snow skiing. Go jump on a trampoline. You cannot be miserable on a trampoline. Get in touch with your inner child and let your inner child guide you. Go take a painting class. See if that was fun. Go play bingo or bunco. Go play, bingo with the old people at the nursing home, or the drag queens at the fair. Go plant a garden. What makes your heart soar? Throw all of it up on the wall and see what makes your heart pitter patter, because it's a heart feeling. I really wish you would answer my question. It's a really scary time for me. I know what I did answer your question, but I need to look at the whole entire chart to be as thoughtful as I want to be. And if you really want something that could help you, is go watch my Scorpio rising video. My Scorpio rising video actually has a big beware sign on it, because these people, Scorpio risings, you can all attest to it. These people learn to dance with death at a very early age, usually. And I talk to you about why that is so, and it is very, very painful. So you could watch my Scorpio rising video, and I think that will give you some comfort. Progressed Mars. Well, Mars does not progress too much, so not everybody gets a Mars change. Would you do a video series on progressed Mars? My daughter has a Scorpio moon in the 12th house at 29 degrees. Wow, Carly, that is very deep. I would get her into her intuition and into the depth of life. I don't know how old she is, but she's also very psychic and spiritual. I'd buy her a pack of tarot cards. Oh my God, you guys, I got these in France. This is the most beautiful deck I have ever seen in my life. Wait till I show you these. These cards are unbelievable. I'd buy her a tarot deck. I'd get her into tarot. They are gilded in silver. Look at these. These cards are so beautiful. I'll pick one randomly. Look at this card. These cards are just so gorgeous. These cards are just to die for. Look at this. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So get her into tarot cards and take her to a tarot shop and let her pick out which cards she likes. The Tarot Mystique, it's in French. So Le Monde. So I'm learning tarot French. Thank you all for being members. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your support, your love, for buying readings and my charts, and just letting me teach you. I really, really appreciate it. And I'd love to know what you guys think about my murder signs. Tell me if it was too hard. My cousin told me it was over his head and I should do one that's more simple. So you can buy all that in my shop. And I really appreciate you all. So I'm going to sign off for now. We're going to have a great video next week, always 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. I went over a little bit over today, but I had a ball, and you guys really helped me keep my mind off of the hard things that are going on with my chart, with my family. And I just love being here with you. So thank you all. And I'll be doing another live soon. Just look for it in my live tab because I love doing these with you. All right, you guys, I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question or your chart. I try my best. Bye for now from Seattle. I'll see you in Barcelona and in Seattle, face to face, where I can give you a big fat squeeze. Bye.